hollered this out in church. So y'all are universalists? And they were going like, you don't even know? What do you mean?
Well, they didn't know what to say.
Yeah, they know
because they didn't even know
that they were.
That's right.
And you know, and it was, but you know, I mean, y'all just don't love people because y'all kick people out and y'all just don't love people and you know, God's love.
Yeah.
So, some people approached us about what was going to be next for us and thought that we were going to be involved with them in their church. And that's the first thing I had to go to.
Yeah.
It's like, you didn't even ask me nothing about nothing. You introduced me as their next pastor.
Yeah.
And didn't even ask me about nothing. No, I have to ask them.
Yeah.
You know, I can't assume anything anymore.
Right.
And then they were, in public, denounced the need for church discipline. So, well, what do you do about this? Let me show you. Read this. He told don't even. I've read it. I ain't reading it. I've done read it. It doesn't work in today's church.
Does it work in today's church?
I said, well, I guess that's a deal breaker, buddy.
And neither do you. It's right.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a reality. People. It sounds absurd.
Yeah.
But that's a reality. That's people. That's other churches out there that we know. People that we know.
Yeah.
How do you apologize or how do you discipline a universal church?
Yeah.
Right. To them, that sounds like excommunication.
Yeah.
That's what they get called.
Right.
They get called. So no, it's not that. You gotta make people be responsible. You gotta, accountable. Our lives are accountable.
Yeah.
Now, once you're saved and you've been baptized into the body of Christ, you are accountable. You have to be. And how do you hold your people accountable? Your children, how do you hold them accountable?
Yeah.
If you don't hold them accountable.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I hadn't been called to preach very long, and I had a conversation. I was teaching at public school, and I had a conversation with some folks I worked with who were very, I would say, moral and faithful to the church they went to. Very moral people. And when I mentioned, I didn't pick up on this whole idea about the universal church, and right at the onslaught, and I started talking about not even being a church. Well, that means you're not even a church member. You've had no backing from a church that has held faithful to the doctrine and held faithful to who needs to be in your pulpits, who needs to be administering your ordinances. You have let all of that slide to where that you're not even recognizable as a church. You can't even have the conversation. So obviously you're not a church. And when I said something about that makes these people who are receiving this type of baptism, they went through the waters, and they started off, I hope they were saved, but they they entered the water, not a church member, and they come out of the water, not a church member, because there was no authority, you didn't have the administrator, you didn't have the church, I hope you had the candidate, because I hope they were saved, but they are not in the church. And you know what? That it took me a while to figure out why I was offending people. Because when I said not a church member, you know what they were hearing? They were hearing me say they're not even saved. I was talking about church membership. In their mind, they were hearing salvation. Because of how they had been taught. And I had to start backing up and defining what I meant by a church and separating out. Listen, family of God. When you're born again, it makes you a child of God. But listen, Abraham was a child of God. He's one of our leading examples as a child of God. Even we're taught to look at how he become a child of God so that we can become a child of God way before the Lord ever came and set his church up. And so I have children of God outside the church. John the Baptist was authorized, and he baptized the Lord, but he who's least in the kingdom is greater than John. John is not in the church. He had an Old Testament ministry. He's not in the church. It sets him out of that. So when we're thinking about these teachings, these lessons, we can't get these convoluted. We can't get these blurred together. And when we're having a conversation with these